Hi there. So my name is Matt, and I'm an airline pilot. I have been for the last 17 years, and I'm making this video because I've just found out that my career is ending, and I've just been told that due to something that I did not do, but was required to do, that was never before required, that was never once indicated to me that it was a requirement for employment, is now required, and I'm unwilling to do it, and I'm getting fired for it. So I'd like to make this message to maybe discuss a little bit of how I feel about that, maybe to send a message directly to some of the decision makers whose decisions have resulted in my outcome, and to a few of the people who ought to be defending me and whose role professionally is to defend me, but who don't seem to want to. I'm going to try and keep it classy because I don't feel that negativity, animosity, or anger are productive at this point in time. But I've literally just found out that I'm getting fired from my airline job that I'd wanted to do since I was 4 years old. So you'll have to forgive me because I'm a little bit raw around the edges right now. It's very difficult for me to think clearly. This is literally the worst thing that's ever been done to me. This is the most pain that I've ever felt, with one very, very acute exception in my past, something family related. But this is the most pain I've ever felt in my life. And if it wasn't for my family, their support, my belief in God, and hope for the future, I would be a broken man right now. Let me be clear, I am not a broken man. I am going to get through this. I am going to survive this. I'm probably even going to succeed despite this. But from where I sit right now, it's very difficult to imagine how. I say these things purely as statements of faith. What's been taken from me is next really only to my family and my life. This is almost like murder to me, because without my career, I've only got my family, which is everything. I can't overstate how important family is in times of crisis like this, and I'm learning that now. But short of my family, my career is the next most important thing. This is not like burning my house down. This is not like stealing my car. This is taking something from me that I can never get back, even if I do get it back. If I got my job back tomorrow, how would I get my innocence back? Because the fact is that I now know that there are a group of people out there who are willing to take everything from me if I fail to meet some kind of purity test. Have we not learned our lessons from the 20th century? No population can be purified, period, nor should it be. It is antithetical to what human beings are all about. We are a mess. Society is a mess. When you look at nature, it too is a mess, which suggests that somehow there is order out of that mess. Just because it doesn't look predictable, it doesn't look organized, it doesn't mean it's not stable, and it doesn't mean that it's not appropriate. We cannot leave health decisions to a central authority Everybody has a different set of circumstances. Each human is unique. What works for one will not necessarily work for another. So we are now at a point in time where we are willing to take everything away from somebody if they fail to meet a purity test. Please, let's consider what the implications of heading down this road might look like. If it can be done once, it can be done again. And if it can be enshrined into society, into society's institutions, then it is bound to happen again. When you take a person's career from them, you're getting to the most intimate parts of their life. You're getting to their childhood dreams. Look at this little kid. Let's see if you can see it here. Look at this little kid. That's 4-year-old me. That's the day I decided I was going to become a pilot. You're taking something fundamental from that child. Here I am again, about 8 years old. I was obsessed with airplanes. I couldn't get enough of them. I had to be around them all the time. The kid who drew this picture, the guy you want flying your airplane, didn't pass the purity test. Getting a little bit closer to realizing my dreams. There I am at about 14 years old. At least I know I got to make my dream happen. At least I know I had it in me. Let's really take a minute to think about what we're doing here. Because the argument we're making implicitly is that it's somehow okay to violate another person's fundamental human rights in order to have some augmented security or some kind of augmentation. If vaccines are an augmentation to your natural immune system, then what this is a claim that other people's right to augmentation should come at the expense, or can come at the expense, of someone's natural rights. How does that make any sense? Is this really a world that we want to live in? I'm going to wrap this up now. I pray for every one of you who had a decision to make that resulted in me getting fired. May God have mercy on you. May God have mercy on you. I pray that you find kindness. I pray that your cynical worldview falls and that it's replaced with something that is more tolerant, that is kinder, that is gentler, and that treads lighter on your fellow man. God help us. God help us. Thank you.
$200. $100. $50. $40. $30. $20. $10.